Hey cadets, Captain Crypto back again, here to talk to you about hacks. There's been at least 3 dozen heists of cryptocurrency exchanges since 2011. Some of them you might have heard of, like Bitfinex, BitGrail, or Mt. Gox in 2014. More than 980,000 Bitcoins have been stolen altogether. You could buy the Chicago Cubs 8 times with that. Just in January of this year, the centralized exchange CoinCheck in Japan suffered the largest crypto hack in history, robbed of $530 million worth of NEM tokens. In his article, Decentralization Meets Exchange, 0x, Alex Zumtins writes,
cryptocurrencies were created as an alternative to centralized banking and payment services. The practice of requiring trust in a third party in order to gain access to an ecosystem that is trustless in nature is counterintuitive to the core philosophy of blockchain technology. Despite the fact that most cryptocurrencies are secured by decentralized architectures, almost all trades between currencies take place on centralized exchanges. Any layer of centralization puts user funds at risk.
He does have a point. Due to quick transactions and ease of use, currently almost all trades between cryptocurrencies take place on centralized exchanges like CoinCheck, GDAX, Poloniex, and Binance. And many users tend to store their crypto on these exchanges, though they're generally advised not to. Another option is decentralized exchanges, but they still lock up your money in proprietary smart contracts. Is there another option? Radar Relay has been working with 0x, an open protocol that allows trustless, low-friction exchange of Ethereum-based tokens. And they just might have the answer. This episode is actually sponsored by Radar Relay, and I'm Captain Crypto. Welcome to Cryptonauts. Let's talk about the most recent hack. On Friday, January 26th of this year, 523 NEM tokens were stolen from Japan-based exchange CoinCheck. According to their representatives, the tokens were stolen from a hot wallet after hackers obtained the private key. CoinCheck reportedly stored NEM tokens in a network-connected hot wallet rather than a multi-sig or cold wallet.
With a centralized exchange, the exchange holds all the assets used for trading. They maintain their own centralized ledger and facilitate matching and executing users' orders. In order to create an account with the exchange, you give personal information which the exchange stores, and you also pay deposit and withdrawal fees, while being subject to limits on both deposits and withdrawals, as well as trade limits.
Centralized exchanges operate much like how a bank operates, easy to use and quick to trade. But all your tokens being stored in one place is like keeping all your money in the bank vault. If a robber gets access to your vault, there goes all your money.
Now with decentralized exchanges like EtherDelta, no central entity holds any assets used for trading. They keep an on-chain ledger and facilitate trading through smart contracts they've written. You conduct trades directly with other users instead of having to go through a third party. Decentralized exchanges also have more widely distributed servers, meaning there's no risk of server downtime. But there are a few drawbacks. Decentralized exchanges still lock up your tokens in proprietary smart contracts. And because orders have different standards, like me and my ex-girlfriend, liquidity is still siloed to one exchange.
But now, Radar Relay and the 0x protocol are offering a real game changer. The white paper describes 0x as
a protocol that facilitates low-friction peer-to-peer exchange of ERC20 tokens on the Ethereum blockchain. The protocol is intended to serve as an open standard and common building block, driving interoperability among decentralized applications, dApps, that incorporate exchange functionality.
So, what does that mean? Well, let's say
Jane decides she wants to trade token A for token B. She comes to Radar Relay with some token A in a metamask or Ledger wallet. First, she uses the Radar Relay interface to approve the 0x protocol contracts to trade her token A. Then, she either creates an order or fills an existing order. If Jane is creating an order, she chooses what token she wants in exchange for her token A, which we know is token B. She also chooses the price she wants and when she wants the order to expire. She then signs all of this information with her private key, and her order is placed on Radar Relay's order book. This placement acts like a bulletin board, where users can see a list of orders. At no point does Jane have to deposit her tokens to Radar or create an account. Paul comes along and decides he'd like to trade his token B, so he chooses to fill Jane's order. He simply selects it from the order book or uses a market order, chooses how much of the order he wants to fill, and confirms. He then confirms the on-chain transaction that brings Jane's signed order and Paul's intent to fill the order to the 0x smart contracts. Then, the contract goes to work. It authenticates signatures, verifies that the order has not expired or was already filled, verifies both Jane and Paul have the tokens needed to trade, and then if all is well, atomically transfers the tokens between Jane and Paul at Jane's specified exchange rate.
It's called an atomic swap because either all criteria of the contract checks off and the trade will happen, or it won't. This means that Jane can't run away with Paul's money before the trade is complete. With 0x, you remain in control of your money at all times. The protocol itself is non-rent seeking, so it doesn't require fees, though relayers may charge a fee themselves. And because the book is kept off-chain, transactions are much quicker than traditional decentralized exchanges. Because the protocol is open and permissionless, any developer can create exchange-based dApps on the Ethereum blockchain using this framework. And those dApps use the same standardized order format, meaning that they are able to interconnect, creating networked pools of liquidity. In the future, 0x is also hoping to implement cross-chain atomic swaps at the protocol level, which allow direct, decentralized, peer-to-peer trade of cryptocurrencies across different blockchains. That's pretty cool. While we're on the topic of atomic swaps, let's talk about the benefits of wallet-to-wallet trading, which is possible with Radar Relay and 0x.
No need to deposit your tokens, meaning no third party is in possession of your funds. Come maintenance, mishaps, or hacks, your funds are always safe in your wallet. Helps protect privacy and keeps costs low by not having to jump from one exchange to another, paying fees and giving out personal information like your middle name and what kind of toast you like. Wheat. Currently, access to exchanges is limited and constrained by geography. With wallet-to-wallet trading, this is not an issue. This also makes things like airdrops, forks, and staking much simpler.
Besides maintaining the off-chain order book, Radar Relay and relayers like it also provide ways for users to find, place, and fill orders. Because Radar Relay uses the open order book strategy, it can link with other relayers and any participants in the 0x ecosystem to create networks of liquidity instead of just isolated pools. This gives you increased access to tokens. Now, the steps to using Radar Relay can be a little confusing, so let's go through it together.
First, sign into your MetaMask account or connect your Ledger cold wallet. Next, you'll have to wrap your ETH.
Allow me to explain ERC20. Actually, I'll let Radar Relay explain.
ERC20 is a standard developed after the release of ETH that defines how tokens are transferred and how to keep a consistent record of those transfers among tokens in the Ethereum network. Because decentralized platforms running on Ethereum use smart contracts to facilitate trades between users, every user needs to have the same standardized format for every token they trade. This ensures tokens don't get lost in translation. ETH was the proto-token of the Ethereum alt tokens, which means it was built before the ERC20 standard existed.
This means that for the time being, in order to trade ETH for other ERC20 tokens on decentralized platforms like Radar Relay, you need wrapped ETH, or WETH. WETH's contract is an open, unowned contract used by all relayers. So, as I was saying,
once you have wrapped ETH, you must enable your tokens. This is a security measure that ensures it's really you who wants to trade these tokens and gives the 0x contract permission to trade those tokens. Now you're ready to trade. For further assistance, visit support.radarrelay.com.
While Radar Relay is quite revolutionary in its ability to trade directly between hardware wallets, there are a few drawbacks. Currently, only ERC20 tokens are supported, though they are planning to add other tokens in the future like ERC721, which is being added to 0x version 2. Fiat currencies are also not accepted. This means that all those dollars or yen or euros that you want to trade will have to be exchanged for ETH or another supported coin before you start using it. As the first relayer built on the 0x protocol, Radar Relay is helping push us closer to the true decentralized system that Bitcoin was always supposed to be. Afterward, leave us a comment and let us know how we did. Was this video helpful? Not helpful? We always want to know what you think, so please comment and subscribe.
To learn more about trading safely and securely, visit radarrelay.com.
This is Captain Crypto signing off, but don't forget, HODL. Secure your crypto, and may Vitalik and Satoshi be with you always.